Hey everybody, it's Stu at It's Stu Gaming, and welcome to my channel, and welcome to the first official episode of Gamepass Exploring. So Gamepass Exploring is all about exploring Game Pass, as it says in the title. We'll be looking at games that people might not recognise, might not know, trying them out together, reviewing them, giving top 10s, all that kind of thing. Hopefully this then helps people decide if one, Game Pass is for them, if they've already got Game Pass, what should you play, if they're not even thinking about Game Pass but they like the look of their game, and then if they want to buy it, etc. Loads of different scenarios, and hopefully these videos can help with stuff like that. So for the first one today, first game we are going to be looking at today is a little game called F.I.S.T. So F.I.S.T is Forged in Shadow Torch, it stands for. So this game was first released in 2021, and it's what we call a Metroidvania video game, and that's basically like a subgenre of like action adventure kind of game. And like you think of, well, it's named after like Metroid, classic game, side scrolling, also known as. But you'll see that from the gameplay in a second. As I mentioned, this was first released in 2021, developed by TI Games and published by Billy. I've never really heard of them, to be honest. But this first came out in the PlayStation. It's a PlayStation title, and then it came to Windows and PC later in 2021, and the Switch in 2022. But then it didn't actually release until June this year for Game Pass and for Xbox. Essentially, what this game's about is, and we'll go into some gameplay in a sec, but you see this geezer here, this little rabbit geezer. His name's Rayton, and he's basically living in a weird futuristic world with like robot dogs that are taking over, basically. And these guys are called Fairtisans, so like fairy citizens. Good play on words, I know, funny. And he's basically got this massive fist, as you can see on screen. So let's get into the game, and I'll show you some of the things I like about this game. So I've been playing it for a few hours. As you might have seen on my progress one there, I'm probably about 20% in. And there's a lot more to this game than I thought. First thing I want to show people is just visually how nice this game looks. So it actually looks super awesome. And some of the cutscenes and stuff at the start, which I've not shown because I don't want to do spoilers for people, but some of the cutscenes is a bit hit and miss. But the actual gameplay itself, you can look here, you can see the pipes and the detail of the buildings and the characters.
Torch Tower is to the northeast.
Okay. So this is like this tutorial run. As you can see, the side-scroller Metroidvania style I was on about a second ago. Going left to right across the screen. It's really cool.
You dare wander about during curfew, buddy? Yeah.
Oh, that was good. So essentially,
Out of my way.
I'm going to beat up these robot dogs. Yes. And they're basically trying to stop me find my friend, which you'll see in the story if you decide to play it. It's really cool. You've got your basic attacks. You can do combos. And this is where it started for me. It started to see, oh, there's actually more to this game than I thought there would be. So you keep scrolling through the game. Run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run. You can grab them, throw them at one of our enemies even. So it's really cool. So you've got people like shooting you, you've got people with or these robot dogs with guns, with machetes, with all sorts of different equipment. It's really cool. But visually, number one, the key thing, visually, it's really, really, really pretty looking game. Fair for one and fair for all. Yes, you go, boy. Fair society sure gets round. But yeah, there's a whole story behind it, which I don't want to show you guys today. I just want to show you a bit of the gameplay. As I mentioned, I've been playing this for about how long now? Probably about a couple of weeks. No, not even that. Probably a week or so, maybe about 20% in. And like I said, there's so much more to this game than I thought there'd be. So you can jump over things, and eventually what happens is you got dash. So this is where it starts to add in the tutorial. You've got all these different mechanics that I don't think you'd have starting out with this game. Let's just beat these guys up quickly. Look at that robo dog. And essentially, you've got these guys as well. Ow. This guy doesn't want to quit. Essentially, you get the gist of the style of game, but as it progresses, you unlock more stuff. You unlock different skills. You unlock different combinations and like martial arts moves, and it's actually a lot more to it. So the downsides of this one is there's a lot of going forward through the levels, and then like backtracking when you have unlocked certain things, which is a bit tedious, especially because the map's actually quite big and the game's actually quite big, which I was also surprised about. But one annoying thing that I've not really come across yet, and maybe more towards the end, is there's not really any fast travelling. There's the odd elevator, there's the odd elevator and things like that, but in terms of actual official fast travel that you might be used to, there isn't such things like that, so that is a bit annoying. But overall, I'm really enjoying this game. Jumping, all sorts of stuff. Get unlocks, get collectibles. There's a money system to like buy things. Go this way. Let's get to this point.
Why do we have to guard this broken transformer? They say some dumbass bear hacked our system. All transformers in the city are now out of order. Didn't they catch that dumbass bear? If they stayed that way, I am going to run out of power. Then shut up. That'll save some power.
Would do. Let's see what these guys got then. So this is, I believe, if I remember correctly, upgrade, our first upgrade.
So get up to.
This, like I said, this I weren't really expecting this. You get like upgrades and all sorts. So now I can do a double jump, which is an absolute lifesaver. Not a double jump, sorry. I can jump on walls like this. Look, really cool. If I click start, this is like the menu section, and as you can see, you've got different abilities that eventually you'll unlock. I don't know what they all are either yet. Got different moves, mechanics, stuff like that. You've got a map, items, settings, etc. All the general stuff. Yeah, it's really cool. Now look, now I've got that wall jump, I can get back to certain places. So this goes back to, you see what I mean about there's certain places I can now probably go back to. So I think there was a bit right at the beginning.
Missing map data. Looks like the
where
tracking function is still
essentially I should be able to get on a ledge and explore more of the map. So there is a bit of back and forth with that.
Urso. Right. I need to get to Torch Tower right away.
It's really cool. Really cool game. Out of 10, is it a must play? Punch the light. As you can see, there's some nice mechanics. It's just really funny. There's out of 10. I'd probably give this a 7.5. 7.5 out of 10. Like I said, there's some tedious things, but it is what it is. It's a side-scrolling game, action adventure. It's a great palate cleanser from open world games that people might be playing, and I wouldn't put this down as one of my must plays, but if you've got the time and you're in between games and you're not sure what to play, you need a bit of change, this is something definitely that's different, or something that's not been done for quite a while, I believe. This style of game. Let's do some more gameplay to show you the mechanics. So as you can see, look, I can get back up here. I'm going back where I started. So there is quite a lot of that in the game, which is a bit frustrating, but it's really cool. Really cool game. And I've said it a couple of times, but I'll say it again. It's absolutely beautiful game. And even some of the minor cutscenes, so when it zooms in on the character and they're talking and stuff, they're really detailed. Some of the cinematic cutscenes, not so much, and you'll see that when you first start the game, but if you're not too fussed about that, it's all about the gameplay, to be honest. It's really cool. Jump, it's like, oh, can I jump up there? No. But it's all about a bit of exploring and finding collectibles and finding different money and defeating different enemies, and oh, I can go up there, but is that going to lead me anywhere? No, not really. So it's things like that, just exploring, basically. Really cool. What else to say about this game? So yeah, 7.5 out of 10. Visually really good looking. Must play. I won't call it a must play, but if you've got time, play it. And overall, I've been having a blast with it over the past week or so. And it's been really fun. And it does, one final thing to note, it does actually get quite challenging. So I've got this on normal. If you want to just breeze through the game, I'd recommend putting it on easy. So as you might have seen on some of the gameplay, you've got people with like guns, machetes, weapons, different types and stuff. When that intensity grows a bit further throughout the game, it can get quite difficult because you've got people firing at you, you've got people trying to chop you up, all sorts of stuff. And it's very strict on, as you can see, your health bar in the top left corner there. It's very strict on like life and stuff like that as well, and healing and stuff like that when you learn how to do that later in the game. So you really have to, you can't just run in all the time like I did at the start and just punch, kick. You have to be quite a little bit tactical about it as well, which again, I wasn't really expecting from this kind of game. I wasn't expecting much of a challenge, but that might just be me. I might just not be very good at it. But you guys let me know what you think, if you've tried this game before. Have you played it before it came on Game Pass? What do you think? What do you think of the mechanics? What do you think of the visuals? Does anyone else struggle with it like I do? And just let me know, and let me know what you think of this game. So I hope you guys have found this useful. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and hope you've thinking about a game that you might not have thought about as well, especially. So if you guys can hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, check out my other channels, my other videos, check out my other playlists, and thank you very much. Keep happy, keep smiling, keep gaming. Enjoy your week, guys. Goodbye.